We are live. Welcome to the Finally Friday. What do we call it again, Brad?
Finally Friday free for all.
Free for all. I can't even remember my own thumbnail that I wrote. So, all you screamers out there, you got Brad and me, the Diesel twins, the brothers from a different mother, are doing tonight's stream. Anyway, yeah. I'll introduce the guests. So, first one, everybody knows him. It's RB, and I'll get him on now. Let's get him in. There we go.
How are you going, RB?
How are you?
Yeah, good. Good, boys. All good to see you again.
And next one, everybody knows, military biker. We'll get him in. He's probably a bit sad at the minute because the UK's decided to cut some of our tanks. So let's get him in and get his point of view on that. How are you, Scouts?
What's happening, guys? How are you, mate?
Cheers.
Not too bad.
Good. Yeah, I'm a bit sort of miffed. A bit miffed. The thing is, we're cutting the tanks, mate, but we are getting a new one, so I'm happy.
Yeah, you're upgrading them as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
The ones that you got left. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. I don't want to go too off topic, but it was a bit mental because they said they're going to bring a new Ranger unit, and I was just like, why do we need another special forces unit? And you got loads.
Always dramas.
Ridiculous. I can't get my head around it. Anyway.
It's crazy.
Anyway, that's enough of that crap. What we're talking about.
Uh-oh. You're freezing up, Jim.
Camera goes tits up. There's nothing.
Hey, let's show Jim what he's doing. Uh-oh. I think we've lost him. Yep, he must have sketchy internet where he's at. So we'll carry on here. What till Jim gets back? He's our father and host this evening. But so co-hostly duties. So we're kind of hoping to talk about tonight was a little bit. There he is. There's Zed Ed.
Hey Zed.
And Jim, you're muted, buddy.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Wow.
Wi-Fi, mate. I don't know what's going on there. It's because Zed had popped up and he couldn't handle it. Too many legends on one go.
Dude.
Like that. No.
Leg end.
Not leg end, yeah.
Before we get on topic, Zed, did you like that video I put up on Instagram of that guy completely losing his shit on top of that house?
I've seen that one. Just brilliant.
That was priceless, man. It's a good thing it had words in there because you can understand a word he was saying.
That's me every day. What?
Awesome.
Whoop.
All right, Jim, I was going to start it off, but you're back.
Yeah,
so,
you go ahead, mate. Yeah, I'll let you crack on.
Well, the first thing we were going to talk, we were hoping that so everybody that's on the panel here, Motovlogs or does some YouTube content of some sort, and I think we all sort of face trials and tribulations and good things and bad things. Yeah, Steve, you know what I'm talking about. Why are you shaking your head? So everything from problems with equipment. A guy that does a ton of videos, anonymous biker. He was talking. He gets worked up because we've got the dumb little dongle. If you've got the newer GoPros, and half the time you don't have audio. So do you scrap it all? Do you voice over? Your camera battery's dying. Your camera's overheating. There's so many problems that we have mechanically, but also our own fussiness on what your video content is. You look at it after, and it's crap, or it's good, you're happy. And then we all face the algorithms, they call it, of YouTube. So, why does this video get 200 views and this one gets 30? And I'm speaking from my experience. So when some of the guys in the room here, why does this video get 1,500 views and this one only gets 400? So I really, as a new guy, I get lots of help from, guys like that are more experienced than me. And it doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. Hey, Wibbly. So I don't know if, there's way more experienced guys up here than me, maybe want to start off and talk about some of the things you faced. And if you find any rhyme or reason to what gets views and what doesn't, what trends, what doesn't, so feel free to jump in. And Steve, you're chomping at the bit. I could see his gears turning down there, brother. So
I think we've spoken about what gets views and what doesn't get views in the past, haven't we?
We're not talking about that today. We're talking about content.
Right, fair enough.
You got to have a famous uncle YouTuber. That normally helps, I find.
Yeah.
Right.
So
when we
start off with Steve there, you start, and we'll work our way around the table here.
It's a tough one, mate, because like you said, I think it's fucking hit and miss half the time, whether you get, I don't know, let's say 50 views, 1,000 views, whatever. I think it all depends on the topic massively. And I think it all depends on what catches people's eye as well. So if you've got a decent thumbnail, you've got a decent title, and your quality of your content of the video is good, and people want to watch it, think, oh, what's this about? They'll watch it. Whereas other stuff just isn't. I think regardless, you can put out the best video in the world, but if it doesn't pick up on YouTube anyway, or YouTube doesn't recommend it or whatever, it's only our little circle of people that will watch that video, and anybody outside of that, I think it doesn't really push towards it. And I think it's tough because I do a lot of promoting for my stuff on Facebook, just sharing the video on the motorcycle channels and what have you. But even then, mate, people aren't really asked anymore. If I'm honest, it's a hard grind, man. It really is, and I think we've all been there where we think, oh, fuck this, man, I've had enough. I can't be bothered sitting there doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of editing for a half an hour video to get 50 views. It's just,
Well, I'm just looking at what Gaston Lane wrote there, and that's probably a solid truth. So what you just said, Steve, you put all that work in and nobody watches it. Or sometimes we put up a crap video that took almost no editing and you get a ton of views. It's just no rhyme or reason to it. Well, but I think as motovloggers, we're not promoted by YouTube. We're kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say discriminated against, but we don't get the publicity and promotion that a lot of different channels do. And Gaston Lane said it good here. You got to do it for you. It's got to be fun for you. So but at the same time, we want the views, right? We put the work in. We still want the views, even though it was personally satisfying. It's nice to see a bunch of comments or feedback, good or bad. Really, I mean, I don't care if someone gives me it's still a view, and it's still like, well, that's fair. Everybody's got an opinion, and I don't know. I just find it frustrating that you can do all the right things and it doesn't work. So
now, what you mean. As motorbikers, I mean, does anyone know what's happening next week with regards to motorbikes?
Well, go on.
What? Start of MotoGP.
Oh yes,
So that's a topic right there. Because why is it a topic? Because it's going to be trending on Google all next week, and the lead up to it and after it. So if you release a video next week about MotoGP, people are going to be searching for it at that time because MotoGP has started and they're going to be looking for it. So you're going to be a small fish in a big barrel, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all about the algorithms and how you work the algorithm.
100%.
If you look at, it's very, very easy. You look at every YouTube video that I do, there's hundreds of hashtags in there, all the bikers that I name. So it obviously generates the views for other bikers because people can go and read who all the bikers are. But then hashtags, if you've got to do at least 40 hashtags to generate anything out of it. If you look at my last 6 or 7 videos, absolutely useless. But as soon as I put in that Royal Alloy, the scooter that I rode, the views went through the roof. I've got another 2 that I've shot today. We had the Harley back in today. The final ride on that Night Star, it went to the customer this afternoon. And I took it out, and it's just had the remap done. It's had all the engine all sorted out, and it's a totally different bike. And I think I actually mentioned you in it, Brad. It's like being tempted to the dark side. And I said to him, it's literally like Darth Vader on a bike. It's like, come to me, I am your father. And and I do mention that, you know, obviously the talk on it now is unbelievable. It's one of those, it is like Darth Vader. It's stealth black. It is something that makes you want to look at it, but you treat it the wrong way and it's going to lightsaber the hell out of you and chop you up in the pieces. So, and then obviously we've done the lead up to the new LXR 125 that's just come out. So shot the video, pictures have gone up already. The Instagram's gone absolutely stupid for the pictures because obviously mine is the first ride. We had the first bike in the country. Dealers have got them, but no one's prepped it as quick as we prepped it in about 6 hours to get it out the door and get that first ride up on YouTube, because that bike is going to generate sales tenfold this year. So and once again, it's all about getting the algorithm, putting the right tags in, getting them, as Stevie said, get the thumbnail up. Most of mine just show the right, because they are ride tests, it just shows the bike going down the road. But anything else, I will put a nice little thumbnail on it if I want to attract that crowd.
So Rev, are you using TubeBuddy then?
No, someone said to me about using TubeBuddy, and I got into it. I downloaded the app. Now I took one look at it and thought, this is too complicated. What I'm doing 7 till 6, 5.5 days a week. And then I'm getting in 6, 7 o'clock, having the evening meal, have a quick chat with the wife. I'm in this office from 7 o'clock most nights till about 11 p.m. editing videos just to get them up for the next day.
Right.
So, you know, my personal time with the wife is my Sunday at home. And obviously, birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Mrs. Bond.
Happy birthday.
So, yeah,
happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday.
I am not doing anything tomorrow. It's wife time tomorrow. But then Sunday, I'm going to be back in here editing. So, that is all my life consists of, just edit. And anybody that can think, oh, you know, I'm going to be a huge YouTube channel just by uploading off my phone, you're not going to do it unless you've got the right video at the right time.
Yeah.
I spent 6 hours last night editing a video that's half an hour long, 6 hours. The drug war.
So,
we lost.
The host is gone.
So that's yeah, go ahead, Zed. You're up next.
Sorry, I was just going to say I totally understand and I totally appreciate that. It is such a frustrating thing that you can take that long to edit a video for it, obviously like half an hour, and you've got it to exactly where you want it to be, but you're sitting there not knowing what the response is going to be to it. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of time out your day, away from your family, away from your personal life, to create what you think is a cracking, and everything that you do edit is absolutely brilliant and so easy to watch. And like you say, it's like sometimes it can carry on and sometimes it just doesn't hit with people, and I don't understand it myself. It can be hard.
Yeah. But we do what we do, don't we? We keep grinding away. We just none of us will just go off, fuck it, and then sack it. You know what I mean? We're not going to do that because we put too much effort, too much time, too much
100%.
into 100%.
So before we get to Wibbly, then, so saying that, all that time doing a 30-minute video, so time of videos, that's a big thing. So you know, I've seen 30, 40-minute videos that keep me focused the whole time. But the general public out there, I have short videos that are 48 seconds long, and yeah, they got 1,200 views, but the average watch duration on a 48-second video is 22 seconds. They can't even watch 48 seconds. So when you start, so my understanding is 7 to 11 minutes is kind of a thing. So Steve, what's with the 30 minutes? Like, do you just like making the bigger videos, or is it?
You know what it is, mate? So my longer videos are always road trips. Always road trip videos, and they are the biggest by far on my channel views wise, and people seem to love them. You know, there's one on there with like maybe 500,000 views. You know, so like the road trip videos, I do like to keep them, you know, in one go, mate, because I don't think when having done both ways, having split them down into parts, and having done it as a one-er, the ones that are always as a one-er do the best.
And they don't come back. They don't come back for the second part, Stevie. That's the problem.
That is an absolute true statement, Zed. And my stupid heated grips video is a perfect example of that.
Yeah,
it's a big job. That's a really big job. So to make that a 7-minute video, can't do it. It would just be complete crap.
Yeah.
So I made it 2-part, and I have almost 800 views on part 1, which surprises the hell out of me. But on second part, I'm only got 245. So then, on advice of another well-established motovlogger, I made that into one video and just put it out the way it should be, almost 30 minutes long, and it has 78 views. So I should never have split that too. I'm glad you brought that up, Zed. That was a mistake.
Yeah, everything else I'll keep it under 10 minutes, 9 times out of 10-ish. But you know, the road trip videos definitely need to be in a one because it keeps people engaged. They stay, they watch it. You know what I mean? Because like, what's happening next? You know, but yeah, I won't. You know, the normal vlogs, the motor vlogs, I try and keep as quick as I can. But as you've seen in my waffle video, I like to waffle a lot.
Whibley,
hello.
What's going on? Got an opinion?
Not so bad.
Got an opinion on this?
Well, to be honest, I'm a bit of a little fish compared to some of you guys. I'm still sort of figuring out what I want to do with my channel. I mean, obviously in the UK we're still in a lockdown and all this virus stuff, and I've probably picked a bit of a bad picked a bit of a bad time to start a channel. But I mean, I think I said before, like I'd like to get into being able to showcase some of the rallies that I go to, because I go to quite a lot of motorbike rallies, and I'm part of a rally club. So when actually we're allowed to do this, I'll be going to sort of 2 or 3 rallies a month or whatever for the space of about a 7-8 month period. So I'll have plenty of content to get out there. But at the minute, I mean, where I live is stunning, but because I'm self-employed, so I work quite long hours and stuff, and then actually getting out on the bike in my free time can be a bit of a pain. And some of the guys that I do ride with, they work different hours to me, so sometimes it can just be a bit of a pain of finding that period of time that you can go and do like film stuff. And then obviously when you come back to it and you've got all the editing time involved in that as well, it's just quite difficult. So I think I'll probably end up putting out like 1 video a month or something while we're doing this, and then maybe it'll change a bit further down the line, but I don't know, we'll see.
Can I just throw something in there? Like, see, when I was talking about MotoGP, I watched something. Was it one possibly 2 years ago, and it was a racer called Romano Fenati, who was in the MotoGP, and during a race on a back straight actually grabbed another racer's front brake.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I was that enraged that I switched my camera on as soon as I had watched it and recorded. And I edited it in one shot. I filmed it from start to finish with how angry I was. And what I did was is I cut in. It was, I think it was Marc Marquez, I think it was Cal Crutchlow, and I can't remember who else it was. There was 3 of them on the podium, and I cut in their reactions to my video. And I had it out on YouTube within 1 hour of it happening. Now, this was in my previous channel, 35,000 views.
Wow.
And because that's what people, that's what they're wanting, is that. It's now, they want to know the information now. And it's picking up on these little gems, those little bits of sort of relevance that I think the YouTube sort of people are looking for.
Yeah, it seems like the Livewire review and stuff like that, isn't it? As soon as something like that happens, you've got to get it out there straight away. You've
got to have a reaction to it straight away,
Pan America. It's the only thing on YouTube for motorcycle people for a while there.
Yeah,
everybody jumped on that one. Scouse, you're muted, buddy.
I said, I'm working on the old test drive for the Pan America with a certain couple of dealerships up in Calgary, so hopefully it comes off.
I got one in Medicine Hat.
Yeah, but they're shit cons, so I'm not going there.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. Still going to let me ride it first.
Are they?
Yeah.
Nice.
Legend.
Scouse, can I say something? See your vlog from Calgary, Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
See the grey bike with the 19-inch front wheel that was lowered.
Yeah.
I want that.
Nice, mate.
If I was going to own a Harley Davidson, that's the bike I want.
Gorgeous, huh?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was
good luck turning it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. They had some amazing bikes up there, mate. As you
Yeah,
see,
certainly
phenomenal.
did. Certainly
Really
did.
cool.
All right, Jim, let us have it, man.
Hello. Yeah, I keep cutting out. Yeah, what was your question? Yeah, what did you ask me, Brad? Sorry about that. I keep cutting out for some reason.
Just like your experience with YouTube and editing and videos.
Yeah, I've been on a bit of a downer the last week or two. I have. I mean, because I'm not riding as much, and I'm producing content. I mean, I've noticed as well. There's a lot of people not actually producing much. It's been very quiet on the YouTube at the minute, and I found I normally because I focusing on the Finally Friday stuff at the minute on a Friday. I haven't had any topics to talk about, anything else at the minute, any other stuff that I normally do. So I've been focusing on that. So getting out on the bike, I went out to Southend and stuff the other day. But like you said, yeah, it's coming up because there's so many now. There's so many. Everybody on a bike pretty much has got a camera now, haven't they? And everyone's doing their own videos and stuff. So it's quite the YouTube scene, innit, with vloggers is quite flooded. But it's quite hard though to find new. I'll say it's hard to find new vloggers, but I don't get many coming on my feed. It doesn't, even though I'm subscribed to a hell of a lot of motor vloggers, I don't get it recommended to me by YouTube. I don't get other motor vloggers recommended to me unless I go out and find them. I think that's the other problem as well.
Yeah,
I don't know why that is.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't get that.
So just curious. So your Finally Friday videos.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's how I met you. You know, that did get recommended to me, and otherwise I don't think I would have met you. And
right.
It is just hilarious. I mean, I can't even the way what you're saying all the time and going through traveling, the things that you just come up with, it's just fantastic, man. You should have 1 million viewers. So, but on a video like that, that length of video and all that, is that a lot of editing? It looks to me like that's a lot of work.
Yeah, so that's a lot of so that'd be a lot of, depending on how much you're being out on the bike, that could be like an hour's worth of different clips of videos from and then obviously I have to go through them and then clip those. But I can normally do it in about an hour, 2 hours tops. So I don't mind doing it because it's only the length of that song anyway. So it's normally not too bad. So it's only about 3.5 minutes long, I think it is.
And my friend, you occupy a headspace that is just amazing. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Every Friday morning when I wake up for work at 5 a.m., that video is up because you're ahead of me and in time. And
that right there is known as British military humor.
First thing you hear that in the morning, you watch that, and it's just like, it's just hysterical. It's great. It's a great start to the day. And I told Chopper Fett, and I think he's one of your biggest fans now too. So
yes, I like Chopper. Yeah, I'm always normally messaging Chopper, but yeah, he does some good videos as well. He's quality of his videos has gone up as well. I've noticed lately as well. He's gone really
great
well.
new intro he has too. Yeah. So.
Yes. Yeah, I've noticed that there's a few bloggers actually that changed their intros. Yeah, they're pretty good. It's like, I need to up the game.
All right, so we lost Zed.
Zed,
he's been attacked by a haggis.
Like yeah, he's out hunting haggis.
Yeah.
That's great, lad. Yeah.
I don't know.
I need a beer. I'll be back in 2.
Yeah. All right. So,
all right. Cool.
So, Jim, I think that sort of brings us to our next topic that we wanted to talk about, and I know this gentleman's probably going to have something to say.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So, go ahead and talk. What bike was it you wanted to bring up? There's a new bike coming out, and
if we're talking bikes, so there's a couple of new bikes that are coming up. Obviously, I'll let what's his name over the far side mention about the one that begins with T, but.
That's actually the one I'll just get it going for him. It's the new Triumph Electric.
That's the one. So we've got a new one out, which is from Lex Moto, obviously Chinese importer, and I ride a lot of Chinese import bikes. So new one from Lex Moto, the LXR 2021. The original LXR had a Zhongsheng engine in, and a lot of rumours. Obviously, the video was launched. The press release went out 2 weeks ago on a Monday. The official launch was this Monday, where they pushed out the photos and done a short video. We got the first one into our showroom on Wednesday, built it yesterday, and I rode it this morning. Totally different engine, 12.5 horsepower considering the old 12 horsepower, so you've got a little bit of extra power. But the best bit about it is a 6-speed box, and it also has a new panel design. So all the colours have all been changed. Very, very nice bike to ride. And people have actually said, is it a copy of the Triumph Daytona? So that is up on my page, but the ride video will be up tonight. Once I'm editing at the moment, so the computer's a little bit slow and grainy. But that is the new LXR 125 liquid cooled engine. Very sexy looking bike. Ride height's about 25 to 30 mil higher, but it is a nice ride. The gearbox is so super smooth, and for the extra £300, is it worth it? For £2,690 in English, yes, it is worth every penny.
So I'm gonna throw a quick caveat in for Jim here before we talk about this Triumph Electric.
A quick what?
So don't worry about it.
Caveat.
Caveat. It's a caveat. You're in Canada now, damn it. So we are gonna talk about an electric bike a little bit here, and you know what? All this electric bike stuff is getting a lot of hate from a lot of hardcore bikers. I mean hardcore compression ignition people. But I think it's not in our lifetime here. Probably any of us sitting on this panel going to be like that. You're going to have an electric bike. That's all there is to it. But they're becoming more mainstream. They're going to continue to become more mainstream. So no matter how much you hate on it and how much you don't like the whole idea of electric, I think it's something that's coming, like it or not. So hopefully nobody gets too upset about talking about electrics. But wherever Jim went, he wanted to talk about the Triumph Electric today. They're coming out with a new electric. And what do we got? Anonymous being a wise ass. Yes. Of course. So I don't know, Rev, have you looked into them at all?
I'm really seriously into the electrics at the moment. Obviously, we've done a ride test this week on a 30 mile an hour, and that thing was hilarious. Obviously, instant acceleration up to 30 mile an hour, probably about 4 or 5 seconds to get it up. Eco Sport and Power modes. It's got 40 mile range, but for sort of round about, I'd say about $2,000. You've got your cheap and easy commute, and it works very well for the London commuters where they can scoot in and out the city, filter between the cars. So most of the London traffic, if you know London, it is gridlocked by 9 o'clock. You can filter down the cycle lanes on these, energy compliant, tax exempt, best thing ever.
That's golden. I think, but the Triumph is going to be more high speed, high power. Pico's Paul, their electric vehicles are great, but I still don't think they are the way forward. I don't know if I have an opinion on that. I'm a fan of electric stuff. Never, ever, ever, unless something weird thing happens in the world, not have a piston powered machine, and that includes I've got a great big smoking diesel out there that pours black smoke, and hey, you know what I mean. And I'm never going to stop with the hybrid permits, right? But I would like to have an electric. But
you shouldn't either, Brad. That's the thing about it. It's not a replacement. It's not that electric should then turn around and say, no, you shouldn't be doing this, that. Burning that fuel, keep doing what you're doing. It's like we are at the stage where we're sitting in the horses and Henry Ford is driving the first car down the road. This is where we are right now, because we're going back the way with petrol into electric.
So
I honestly think that. Sorry, on you go.
Sorry, Zed. I cut you off. I was just going to say, throw Gesto and Lane's comment up there, but go ahead, Zed. So there you go.
That one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a very fair statement.
Today.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lag. Sorry, but yeah, you know what? Have you ever seen a lithium mine? Lithium
I say,
mine.
you see where they get the lithium from for all those batteries. So yeah, lithium mines are huge
Yeah.
and a lot of environmental
Bloody
damage
Chinese.
caused by mining. Yeah, by mining lithium. So you know, it's a 50-50 toss-up.
Yeah.
And they're dangerous. Lithium batteries start brutal fires. I don't know if anybody saw that video from Daytona Bike Week of that Harley burning down. It's a pretty violent fire.
Yeah.
What they need is for someone to come up that obviously these hydrogen-powered cars where you're using just water. If someone could crack that, problem solved.
Yeah. Or what's the Porsche doing? They're going to grow the fuel, aren't they? They're going to biofuel type thing that they're coming up with. The Porsche.
Yeah. It's a synthetic fuel.
That as well.
That's what it is, Ed. Yeah. So, Jim, did you have anything on that Triumph Electric? Did you have any pictures or anything?
No, do you know what? I started to watch it. It was on 44 Teeth. They did a video on it, but it wasn't the normal presenters. They had some other clown who said he was was it Grant Mitchell or something, and his interviewing technique was absolutely shocking. So I got about 2 minutes into it because I'm so grumpy because I'm in lockdown. I was just like, well, I ain't watching this, and I turned it off. I couldn't watch it. He was doing me head in because he was just asking the guy questions, but answering it for him as well. And I was just like, doing me head in. So I couldn't watch it. But I think it's a trial, isn't it? It's a trial bike. I don't think they're going to be producing it. I think it's just a demonstration type motorbike that they're developing.
190
electric scene.
190 brake horsepower.
So yeah, it didn't look to me like they had met up with the Damon. The Damon is quite a bit better than what Triumph was putting up there for numbers. Just a different shape of bike, I guess. But
yeah.
So.
This one?
And have you guys seen they also released pictures of 2020 Busa?
Yes. No, what's that about the Busa?
The 2022 Hayabusa. They've got pictures out for that now. I don't know if you can find that, Jim.
It just looks like the 2000 version, mate, and the other one.
Similar shape.
Go check my video out. I've done a video on it. Go check it out.
I saw that.
Just, same. Yeah, really innovative. Yeah, they've really pushed the boat out on that one, didn't they? The Hayabusa. It's really not.
Salty's going to run out and buy one. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll pass and go for the latest gen of the ZZR, thanks.
Yeah.
So
you could do.
I don't know. I don't know why you'd want one so bad, Salty.
Oh, I want to know.
Here's an interesting fact.
Sorry, Zed. What was that?
An interesting fact for you: Formula One racing is thinking of changing their cars to two-stroke.
All right.
Really?
I had two strokes yesterday.
Yeah, they're thinking of thinking of changing the Formula One cars to two-stroke. So
two-stroke.
Yep.
All right. How's that gonna? That's
going back, isn't it?
That is going back, yeah.
Well,
because that's
see right now they throw engine oil into the mix to lubricate the engines right now. I don't know if you've noticed in Formula One recently that they've had smoke coming out the back of their cars. So that's what they've been doing. It's as if they've been testing certain systems before they actually go down the road. So it's been muted for next year, and the following year they're going to be bringing in two-stroke cars.
Oh right, okay.
So it'd be interesting to see whether.
Isn't there a Formula E car over there in the UK?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the electric one, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I saw something about that. Yeah. So, and I see they're talking about the Africa Twin in the side shot there.
What's that about?
That's probably one of my favorites if I were to get a adventure bike. Depends if Scouse does. If Scouse gets an adventure bike, I'll get one.
I'm getting one, mate. Shit post, I'm getting one.
You getting that Harley, Scouse? You going for the?
No, mate. I don't think I'm going to drop 24k on a Harley, mate. When I can get an Africa Twin a Africa Twin with like 10,000 Ks on it for 10 grand. You know what I mean? So nah.
yeah, no brainer. Yeah.
Do you
Get
know
them
what?
both with your military pension.
Say again.
Said just get them both with your military pension.
Yeah, right. Fucking hell. That pays me mortgage. That I've got fuck all left after that.
Yeah.
It's a nice bike. I think I'm definitely going to get one. Shit bust. It's going to happen. So it's going to be in the next probably 6 months, hopefully.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a cruiser then?
No.
When
Keep
did you
it
make
affordable.
that?
Over to adventure bike.
Say again.
Like you said though. Sorry, mate.
You don't like the idea of an adventure bike, Jim?
Yeah, I might. I've been looking at it. I might do. I've got a Harley phoned me up about doing a test ride on the. I believe now I've forgotten the name of it now. What's that one called again?
Pan America.
The Pan America. Yeah. So because I put my name down for that, and so they phoned me up and said, and that's around about April time. I think it is April May time down at Newmarket. So I might go and give that a test drive. But there's not that many adventure bikes that I like the look of. So that's the only thing that does it for me. They don't look sexy enough, some of them. So I don't know.
You definitely won't be
of a
filtering
tart.
on them.
I like it to look sexy.
That version
No,
is
I'm the same as you,
I've done a
mate.
cruiser.
I'm the same as you,
Yeah,
Jen.
yeah.
I'm looking for one that looks good. I think out of all of them, the Africa Twin looks the best, in my opinion. You know, in the sort of the price range wise.
the Versus is a
I'll
good
tell you what
looking
I've
bike
looked at
too.
is the Aprilia do one now. Aprilia do an adventure bike. Obviously, you've got the Moto Guzzi Stelvio. That's a bit of a beast. That's quite nice. That's a different thing as well. I want something that's a bit different as well. So with the
BMW looks like
engine,
Forest.
yeah.
That's funny.
It looks like the GS looks like it's got a beak. It looks like a bird from the side. What's going on?
Skills, your boyfriend's bugging you in the side
I
shot.
know, I've seen that. You're right, AB.
Yeah,
You're right,
seen
mate.
that.
Normally, to the way around. Normally, I'm getting sat on, but that's a different story.
Yeah. So I saw your Instagram, Scouse, with about the thumbs down. What was all that about? It's all good, mate. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all good. It's all. They're talking to you.
Mate, I don't mind. You know, I honestly don't care about the thumbs down. It's the fact that it's probably some troll dick who's just got nothing else better to do, sat in his fucking couch. He weighs 20 ton. He's never had a fuck in his life, and he's just sitting there fucking tapping thumbs down every time I upload a video. But you know, at least have the bollocks. Have the balls to just fucking say, right, this is why I'm giving you a thumbs down because I'm a fucking virgin or whatever. You know what I mean?
And that's why I commented to say that YouTube should only allow you to put a thumbs down if you place a comment.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Constructive, yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
It
really doesn't bother me.
People do that.
It bothers me slightly. It just fucking annoys me that I think Salty and most of us are the same. As soon as you upload a video, bosh, thumbs down straight away. I'm like, what the fuck? And then there was 3 of them on there within the space of half an hour. I'm like, this is mad, man. There's obviously lizards out there who've got nothing else better to do than fuck the nan or something like that.
Stevie, do you know what I would do for your next few videos? I would start dropping a tag. There's obviously a tag that's picking up a spam bot. That's what I think.
I'll try it, mate. I'll take the hashtag lizard bastard out. See if that works.
Hashtag troll.
Hashtag virgin boy.
But that's the thing. It's like Paul M says, isn't it? At least the thing is, it's no skin off your nose because they're giving you a view. So
true.
Even though they're giving you a thumbs down the belly,
I'd rather have actual views than just dickheads who just go on there and go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I might do it.
Just start wearing your Levi's, Ghost. You'll be fine.
See, I've got. It started off because obviously most of my subscribers have their own little picture of their thumbnail when they log in. And the first couple I got, it was like, this bike is blah 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 blah, and he was chucking in quite a lot of comments, and I'm thinking, hang on, he's either an ex-biker or a long-term biker.
Yeah.
Or he's either a youngster that's just picking up stuff off of Google and trolling me. And it wasn't until he actually started putting comments and he said, this bike was blah 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 back in the 70s and the 80s. They had this engine in it, they had that engine in it. And I love all comments. You know, if it is some criticism of a bike, great. Everybody's opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one. So if you want to put some comments in, then fine. You know, if it's a negative comment, you don't like the bike, fine. But because I'm not going to take it down. I'm going to let people see it. And if you want to make a knob of yourself, but this guy is actually on the ball. He's called Master Venger, and he comments on most of my videos. And he actually commented on my Royal Alloy GP that I did. I'm just going to pull the comment up because it was really, really good. And I actually said to him, you know, thanks for your comment. It's a really good opinion on it. And let me just find the video. I'll just read you the comments out very, very basically and quickly. And he actually said the 125 200cc sized engine is where it should be for a typical classic Lambretta-esque type of scooter. They were designed for cheap transport. They were made for, obviously, for the odd faster suburban roads. If you want to choose a scooter with a larger size engine, go for a maxi scooter and go 200cc. The panels are a little bit fat to remove, but the old Lambrettas were crap because they had the takeoff panel because they always conked out at the side of the road. And he just says at the end, thanks very much, great review again. And I appreciate all the comments. So, you know, this guy is on the ball. But when I got the first couple of comments, I'm thinking, oh, God, I'm being trolled again. But it doesn't bother me. It goes straight over the top. You know, I just let them get on with it. If you want to be a dick about it, be a dick about it.
Did you? So I think you haven't got the one that I got then, where it asked you to give you the shit review because you didn't wear fucking Levi's.
I saw that. I saw that one.
That was so funny.
What was that one?
The last time I clicked on one of your links, and I'm not doing it again because I ended up with some girl called Thick Lizzie. So,
Yeah, Thick Lizzie, oh,
That's her.
yeah, she's
yeah.
She's thick.
I bet you Thick Lizzie's real name is Bruce.
probably.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Just that was the weirdest one though by far, mate. That was the weirdest comment I've ever had in my life on YouTube. But it was like, thumbs down, poor review. You didn't have Levi's on or something like that. I'm like,
that's classic comedy. That's terrific because it was a thumbs down with a hilarious comment.
Poor review because you didn't have Levi's on. I'm like, I actually sat there for ages thinking, how do I respond to this? I could have went mental and fuck off and all that sort of stuff, and you know, I thought, nah, man, and so I just left a nice comment saying, "Oh shit, next time I'll, we'll put a pair of Levi's on when I do a review."
Get her WhatsApp number and send her a nice picture of your arse.
Well, apparently it's a dude. Apparently it's somebody who goes around all these leather jacket reviews and just leaves random comments like that. And apparently it's a dude, but it's called Samantha so and so. There's an actual YouTube video on it. There's a YouTube video on this person.
Oh, really?
So
you did for big time.
Send the link.
And an OnlyFans page.
Mate, honest to God, there's loads of videos about this troll. It's mental.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's good. She's famous.
I block all kinds of people, man. I always get the porn sites leaving 33 seconds. Johnny,
I know.
I've had that lately.
I've had quite a lot.
What is all that about?
I just started laying off Pornhub, to be quite honest.
Like I said ages ago, mate, I've completed Pornhub, so don't go on there.
I took shit on my ramen video. It says on the title, a parody of good ramen. Like, it's a joke. And I get people like pissed at me, like, that's shitty ramen. Well, it was a joke.
just do what I do. I can't contain myself. I have to be angry back at them. I'm just like, fuck off, you dick. I just can't help myself.
Yeah.
I've got a quick one, very, very quickly. A quick one for Salty. Well, Salty would so see the funny side of this. When I was out shooting the bike today, I saw a friend that I haven't seen for about 5 years, and he was like, "Oh my God, you're still looking good." I'm like, "What? Are you still doing the hospital?" Yeah, still working there. And this guy works with dead bodies, so he works in the embalming at the hospital. When someone dies, they get him in. The way they audition new employees is that you have to lay on the slab in your clothes, and they push you into this fridge, and all the bodies. But what they don't tell you is it's not individual boxes. When they actually push you in, all the bodies are all basically on. It's like a huge rack system, and you had to sit in there or lay in there for 5 minutes without saying anything. And they left him in there and left. And he's like, "Come on, guys, come on." He's like, and he's sitting there looking at his watch, thinking, "I've got 4 minutes." God, Jesus! And then got about a minute to go. Right, you can let me out now. Come on. And he's gone, "It's bloody cold, isn't it?" And the bloke next to him went, "Yeah."
I would lose my shit.
He did. But this is the guy that still works there. He's been there 5 years now.
Wow.
Heroes,
That's brutal.
Give me 5 minutes, I'll be back. I'm fucking freezing. I need to go and get a hoodie.
Oh,
You're gonna go pee. Mike,
I need to turn the heating on. The house is Baltic, man.
Get your Levi's as well.
Oh yeah, I'll go and get my Levi's.
And a tank top and your leather jacket.
I won't put my leather jacket on, actually.
All right.
Diesel, is it starting? Brad, is it starting to warm up out there now? Is it? Are you gonna get out on your bike
So
out in Canada?
last Saturday, Scouse and I sat on his front porch and we drank beer. And the sun was so hot, it was like unbelievable out. Well, we sort of drunk live streamed, I guess. But then super great week. And then yesterday, out of the blue, cold out, snowed a bit, got crappy. Today, it's starting to warm up now and the sun has come out, but we had snow this morning again. Didn't amount to too much, but we're supposed to be going back up to 16, 17 Celsius for the weekend. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
We had snow here today, this afternoon, about 4 o'clock.
Yeah, we did as well, and hail.
Yeah.
The cold where you are,
Nice
Jim,
one.
still?
It's all right. It's been sunny that well. We had rain today. It's been windy and rain, but it's looking at the weather thing. It's saying that we're having another cold snap. So I don't know. The weather can't make its mind up, can it? It's like, doesn't know what it's doing. Doesn't know if it's spring, summer, winter, or whatever.
Rubbish.
Weird weather this winter. You guys all still locked down in the UK there?
Yeah, mate. He's talking about doing another one.
Yeah, they are over here too. So, Rev, you need that to end so you can get your new bike.
My bike's on hold till August. I'm keeping the Ninja now, so I'm quite happy to keep the Ninja. Basically, they buggered me on the insurance. I don't know if you've actually seen the video where I'm talking about it, but the insurance guy phoned me and said, "Oh, your insurance has gone up another £40 this year." And I went, "Okay." He said, "Oh, and we've revalued your bike." Okay, so has it gone up? The first bit of the conversation, because he was calling me on a mobile, and all I heard was 250, and I went, brilliant. So my bike price, they valued it last year at 4,000. I said, "Oh, is it 4,250?" And he went, "No, 5,250." And I went, "Why is that?" He said, "Well, when we did the valuation on your bike last year, there was 7 in the country. 2 of them are in a museum. One of them was in I think it was a Netherlands or Switzerland museum that burnt down. And the other one is in Kawasaki, UK, but there was 5 on the road, including mine." And he said to me, "We've done the global search of the DVLA database, and the only 96 ZX7R, that is a Japanese import, is yours. So we put the price of yours up to 5,250. But for your insurance purposes, you're limited to 1,000 miles a year. So I can't do any more than 1,000. So hence why I said to I've got to come along a bit quicker."
I know who's got the other one in the UK.
Go on.
Chris Walker. He's got it in his garage. He's got a Kawasaki dealership.
Because I said it was at Kawasaki dealers.
Yeah, I was down there in 2015. I actually got my photograph taken next to it. It's his championship winning bike, but it's still registered, obviously, roadwise, because it's got the D5 documents and whatever.
Yeah, because you don't see many Ninjas with the purple wheels now. Most of them are black.
No.
But I shall get out and get a few more videos on it this year. But I've just got to go extra careful now. So slow it
Yeah,
down.
I did say to you, remember what 44T said about the ZX7?
Yeah, and I was actually looking to sell that, get rid of it, and buy myself a ZZR, but no, it's not happening now. So
No, not now.
I did say to the missus that's only going to go up in value, so it's got to be looked after. Let's just keep it in. It's going to sit in the backyard, but obviously now it's going to be two. It's going to be instead of one bike on its own, it's going to be two.
Yeah, the ZX7 just now will earn you more money than an Isa. There you go.
Yeah, that's what he's Baron von Grumble, didn't he? He's been buying up bikes left, right, and Chelsea, isn't he?
That's what he traded in
ISA
as an Isa, and that's what he did. That's what he started
doing. We've started looking because obviously we've got a really good bike dealer that does used bikes that we buy our bikes from. And we had two in this week, so we've just bought in a CB1000. And obviously the boss was saying, what do you think of that? I went, buy it. And we've just picked up a T-Reg, so a 1998 VMAX, Yamaha VMAX 1200, and it's only got 12,000 on the clock.
Yeah.
You don't ever run into a V65 Magna, do you, Rev?
No, not yet. I haven't. But if I find one, I'll ride it.
That's what I used to have. It was one of my favorite bikes when I was younger.
This VMAX, because obviously you said to me, watch out because it is powerful. But we literally got it up. Didn't do anything to it, just charged the battery, fired it up, chucked a bit of fuel in it, took it down the road, and sat on the dual carriageway. I've gone through the gearbox first, second, third. Let's just see how torquey it is from third. And I gave it a big handful, and it picked the front wheel up at 40 mile an hour.
Oh, my boss has got one. He came out riding with us last year, and Jesus Christ, man, it is rapid.
It is fast. It is really fast.
You know what got me? It got me with the fact that when he filled it up, when he put fuel in it, you have to lift it up the seat. I was like,
Yeah. Fuel tanks. Yeah. You've got two little clips. You pop it, the seat bit goes, the backrest comes forward, and the tank is underneath.
Yeah, crazy. And the tank is actually the air filter.
Yeah.
So then there was just one more topic that I wanted to cover before we go for an all-out ape shit, free for all talk, whatever you want. I just wanted to promote one channel. Something that we never, ever, ever talk about on any of these lives when it comes to bikes is maneuvering.
Where is it?
And so this guy, Robert Simmons, paying it forward. I don't know if my phone is clear enough or not. My green screen's affecting. So Robert Simmons, paying it forward. This guy is a ex New York City police motorcycle officer. He was a sergeant, I think it was, and he's retired now. And this is his whole focus because he was so proficient with bike maneuvers. Watch that channel, and I challenge you to, it's going to be easier on a sport bike, but anybody else that's watching stuff, especially if you got a big bagger, his whole concept of how to slow speed maneuver a heavier motorcycle, any motorcycle, but is so different than what I ever thought. And you know what? It sucks. There's nothing worse than laying your bike down when you're just pulling out from a spot or backing in or something. And so this guy is an incredible teacher, and his videos are good. They're a little lengthy, but like Anonymous is saying, Robert is awesome, and he really is.
I've just subscribed, so I'm going to sit back and watch. And I can't remember who it was, but there was somebody who brought out a motovlog just recently that said anyone that is starting to ride after not riding over the winter, please remember your slow maneuvers. And remember, and it's no truer word can be spoken. The amount of bikes that are dropped, moving them in the car park or coming out the driveway, as opposed to dropping them on a corner, the percentage is quite high.
Yeah, I seriously challenge you guys, watch his videos and then go out and try to just go in a parking lot when you can and try this stuff. And it's amazing the difference it makes. It's not complicated. It's just a different mindset. And I don't know, like myself, I'm pretty good at turning real tight to the left, but I go to the right, and I'm a mess. So that's something that I really need to work on. And like you just said, Zed, in the springtime, I've never ridden before. I get on, I'm clumsy, I stall it, and it's like, I've been riding for 45 years. What gives? But
Brad, you're old as fuck.
That's well, yeah, sure. Respect your fucking elders and get over here and bring me a beer.
He farts dust.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's
That
awesome.
old, very fucking hell, yeah. Centurion was a rank.
Yeah.
He rode chariots to high school.
That's right. Uphill both ways in 3 feet of snow. Yeah. But so yeah, that's all I had on that. Just give Robert Simmons a check out and
Yeah.
Is that
watch
Gene,
totally.
brother?
Give that a try. See how you make out. See how that improves you. Salty needs it more than anybody. I mean, he's falling off and wrecking his helmet and doing all this stuff. You know, if he'd been watching Robert Simmons, he would never have laid that piece of crap Indian down. So.
How did it go? It went Geronimo.
Is that Moses tops? No. Jesus. Such shit and abuse. Move me over one.
Yeah.
Or just take him off altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's got the
Oh,
fucking
my God.
Challenger 2 tank in the background, man? It keeps making noise.
Yeah, I can hear that. What's that? Oh,
Yeah,
the-
it's
it's
Not me.
Yeah, maybe it's my 3D.
Look,
I'll turn my mic so it aims that way. Did that change?
Nah.
You're gonna have to go into isolation now. Yeah. Oh,
Hey, Jim, pick up your balls.
the cannonballs.
I was watching
that
a
is.
video today on YouTube, and it
Oh,
was
boy, it's
Jo-
absolutely hocking today.
John Britton's V1000 motorbike. Now, I don't know if you're all familiar with it, but John Britton designed this bike from the ground up.
Oh yeah.
It was revolutionary in its time, and it actually won races at the Isle of Man TT. And
Yeah.
personally, I don't think there has been a bike since it that has advanced motorbike technology as far as he did for what he was. The swing arm alone is like everything that the guy did with this bike. It was a one-off. I would implore you all to go on to YouTube and research John Britton and research the bike and find out a wee bit of the history of the bike, because this guy took this bike onto racetracks and was beating Ducatis, Yamaha, Kawasaki straight out the bat. And he was building these things out his garage. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that I see Rev answered anonymous in the side there. Best mid-sized commuter bike with some storage. I don't think he wants a scooter though, Rev.
They're not bad.
Imagine
They're not
an
bad.
Scooter USA, yes, that'd be a new channel for him.
The NC 700 I can vouch for. We've had 2 in this week for service, and they are bomb proof. You cannot destroy them. Both of them that have come in absolutely covered in mud, clean them off, and they just fire them up and away they go. Both of them been in for service. One had an MOT. The front tyre was balder than Jim's head, I tell you. It literally got half a mil down the centre of the tread. How we get any cornering out of that, I don't know. But so we've had one of those in. But under the tank, because obviously the petrol tank is at the back, the whole tank is just storage.
What's that worth? How much does that cost over there?
I'd say about a decent one you'd get for about between 3 and 5.
Okay.
And one of the biggest YouTubers in the UK runs one as well. So Premises 187, he runs an Honda. He's got the Honda NC as well. So good bike, good all-round bike.
Nice.
Sounds all right.
Evening Throttle Daft. How are you?
Waddled aft.
Yeah.
Evening Throttle.
There it is.
That's
So
one
do-
of the basic bikers.
Yes.
Basic bikers.
They've got a
Yeah.
live stream tomorrow, man. I'm gonna be watching that bad boy. Or say they you. I've got a live stream tomorrow, Zed, haven't you?
Me?
Oh,
Ah,
that's
you're one of
it,
the
is
basic
it?
bikers, aren't you?
No, I'm not one of the basic bikers. No, I was on one of the live streams.
Why are you not one of the basic bikers?
Uh, they're a group of riders that I know. They're motovloggers from Scotland.
Yeah.
I was part of another group at the time that they obviously decided to become the basic bikers. So they went their way, I went my way, and that ours fell through for various reasons. But
Yeah.
the basic bikers have done it far better than the group that I went with could ever have done it, and they're doing really well. And
Yeah, they are.
I support them fully. They're brilliant. Good
Sweet.
set of guys as well.
Yeah, they are. They
That's
are
what-
indeed. Well, there's always room for another basic biker, though, eh, Zed?
Well, there's nothing basic about me, mate.
Sorry, man.
That's a good point that Rev just made. I like gears, but the DCT is just as good. Man, the Scouts, that bike we saw at the Canucks, that Honda Goldwing was a DCT, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
yeah, but he had the option to fucking use a flappy paddle jobby. But
What do you guys think? Like DCT or gears? Like, I just don't want a DCT.
no, I don't want an automatic bike. I'm sorry, I didn't learn to ride a bike to drive an automatic bike.
No.
Thing is, the Africa Twin was. Everybody said the DCT on the Africa Twin was great until you saw Missington Flyer's review of it, and he liked it, and then he got really fed up with it.
Yeah, but I'm looking for one, mate, without that on it.
Yeah, he wanted it so that he could change what when he wanted to change up on a certain rev. And with the DCT, it does it when it wants.
Just takes over. Yeah.
Just takes over, and he didn't like that.
Nah, it takes the fun about riding a bike, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, I mean, that Goldwing, he showed us that, well, you can click the button manually on the throttle side, and you can, just like in your newer vehicles, you can manually on your gear shift, right? But that's not the same. No. To me, no. I don't know. What do you other guys think?
Some people like it. My personal view is that no thanks. I'd rather stick to gears.
What about you, Wibbly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think automatics are for scooters, aren't they? So
Or Jags.
Can I be the devil's advocate? I actually rode the Africa Twin DCT at the 2015 bike show at NEC, and I thought it was fantastic.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
the surfaces that you're actually riding these bikes on. See if you've got one less thing to think about. It's actually pretty handy to have.
I suppose it makes sense
Because
if you think about it
you're
like that, mate,
bouncing, you're bouncing
Yeah.
about and whatever. It's like if you're not having to worry about what gear you're in, the bike's taking care of that.
yeah, true.
It's such a handy thing to have. One of the other things that I did like is the fact that if you're sitting on a hill, it automatically puts a rear brake on for you. It's got hill start technology, so it doesn't allow you to roll back.
I'm not keen on that in cars. I don't know if I'd like it on a bike. Like.
No, honestly, it's a very, very
New
clever
Booster's
piece
got
of kit. Very clever piece of kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? So I think maybe for a veteran rider, if that's something you've been through all the motorcycles and been shifting gears forever and stuff, and you want those features that you just talked about, Zed, that's fine. But boy, that's like these new cars that they keep in their own lane. They brake if someone's in front. They literally teach you to
100%.
not pay attention.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I don't think that a starting rider should be able to have any of that crap.
Brad, did you know that the British government have actually brought out legislation recently that allows drivers to take their hands off the steering wheel?
Really?
Oh yeah,
do
I saw
what?
that. Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
down to the autonomous driving legislation,
Oh my
which will mean that a driver will not be liable for prosecution if during autonomous driving they take their hands off the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And
Jeez.
that bill
dodgy.
has been passed.
Do you know
Bullshit.
what? Jim, put Paul's comment up there. Paul M's comment, he nails it right on the nail there. Like he says, it seems like
Yeah, well, that one.
that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
Catering to the
Well,
fucking lizard snowflake
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do. Wibbly's holding his face. You're
You've
a
offended
millennial,
my
aren't you?
feelings.
Fuck off. No, I'm not. I'm an 80s kid. There goes my flag.
I love what Paul's just put. Let Jesus take the wheel.
I've seen that
exactly.
bumper sticker, you know.
Yeah.
But so, like, yeah, you know what? There's really only one car right now that I think is capable of that, and that's the Tesla.
Well,
It will actually, if you put it in the navigation where you're going, it stops at stop signs, it turns corners, all intuitive. Would I trust it? Not a chance.
not according to the Tesla driver that hit the lorry that was lying on its side on the freeway.
Aye, or the woman that
Yeah,
ran
exactly.
the bed over in Vegas.
Never saw it. Never saw it. It's like the system isn't exactly perfect. It's getting there, but it's not perfect. Now, even like a lot of cars now have what is it they call it, reverse assist, where you press a button and the car will reverse into a parking space.
Yeah.
Now, if you've got your hands off the wheel and that car, while it's doing that, crashes, who's liable for that? Am I liable for it? Is Ford, Vauxhall, whoever it is that the car company is?
It'd be interesting to know that. Our last car did that. You just pull up beside it, would parallel park for you.
Yeah.
And, I'll tell you, you don't want to have
Designed for
your
women,
arms
wasn't it?
anywhere near that steering wheel. It'll tear your arms off.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
Designed by a woman for a woman.
Oh, here's the point. 2 minutes, lads.
to be fair, my wife can parallel park better than I can. I just look for a big enough hole to get my 1-ton dually in. I'm not parallel parking that. But,
Jim, can I ask you a wee question about the RAF plane that went down? Is everyone okay? Do you know if was a plane
that
that
was,
down
that was a
this
Navy
week?
one, that one.
Was that a Navy
Yeah,
plane?
it was a Navy
was
one.
everyone
wasn't it?
okay?
Yeah, it was a Hawk. Yeah, trainer.
Right.
I think they ejected. They got out. Yeah,
Right.
crashing Cornwall,
Now,
didn't it?
Can you answer a question for me about pilots that eject
go for
out the plane? Is it true that they get a special tie?
Oh, what? Yeah, so they'll get that from the company that makes the ejector seats.
Right. Okay.
I can't remember what they're called now. Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know,
Yeah.
can you elaborate on it? Just it's a good
So
story.
I can't remember the name of the company now, but the company that makes them, so they give you a so if you have to use the ejector seat, because I think they supply the Americans as well with ejector seat, but if you eject, they will give you their company tie basically to say that you've had to eject, because you can in your career you can only eject a couple of times, because obviously when you get ejected out of the aircraft, it's fine, can have a what do you call it, detrimental effect. So it fucks you up. Plus they're not used to parachuting, so the other end as well, when they land, they're not used to parachuting pilots, so they can end up like messing themselves up with that way as well. So, but you get a tie for it. It's all right, isn't it? I suppose.
Boy, that's shit.
A tie.
I think
It's
I'd
like
rather
after 30
lad
years
on the
your coffee cup. You should get something way better than a tie if you survive punching out of a jet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It should come with a big box of money and
I think
free something for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Jim, I'm going to send you this in post.
Oh yeah, like that. Look at that. Very nice.
Put it on, Scouse.
Hang on.
Be like Rod Stewart, wouldn't it?
He's going to come on like Joe Exotic in a minute.
Yeah, that's what it should look like, isn't he?
Quick one for AB. Thoughts on the 2021 verses? Love it. Absolutely love the verses. Yeah, really good.
Brilliant. Oh, dear.
Keith Chegwin or someone,
This
isn't it?
whole panel's at a weird boy zone.
Fuck Carol Baskin.
Now you look like a millennial, you twat.
From Duran.
Be easy, Brad, you'll hurt his feelings.
That's comedy right there.
Oh, what was that song they were playing? Oh, that was it. Have you ever heard of a guy called Kevin Bloody Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a certain song you can't say "C" in Canada.
Somebody screenshot this. I'm going to make a meme.
I do. I need to brush it. Abby, go and get us a brush. Go grab me a brush.
Go give him a brush.
I need to brush my hair.
He's going to freak out and beat you to death. I actually, I had something for Zed today and I forgot it at my mom's house. I'll save it for another time. I have a special something for Zed head.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, that's classic.
I need to do something with it though. I need to style it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like it was sturgeon.
Give me cranky.
It's not that windy out.
Yeah.
It's not that big,
sturgeon, yeah.
I bought this a few years back when I went to a fancy dress party as Duran. There was only one of me though, so I just went as Duran.
Yeah, you look like you should be singing something.
I went to a fancy dress party with a girl on my back, and the guy's like, "Who are you?" I says, "I'm one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles." He says, "What's the girl on your back?" I says, "That's Michelle."
Damn me.
Oh, the old classics. The old classics are the best, aren't they? Oh, Christ.
How do we get around to this crap?
Are we on to the do what you want stuff yet?
Sure. Let her butt.
Sound.
Okay.
People love child.
The only decent one I've got is what happened at Christmas.
What do you got there?
Can't even see that.
No.
It's a bit bright. Hold on, let me see if I can get it the other way. Oh, there we go. Santa Claus.
Jim will have to put it on big screen.
Is that you, Rev?
No.
What's that?
Show them your wiki.
One of my weird tacky photos.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, hold on. So I'll put it on big. Is that on big screen? Let's have a look.
It's the kid's face on the right that you've got to look out for.
Put it on the big telly.
Yeah, let me have a look.
Thicker
Hold on, I'm
glasses.
trying to work it out. How do I put it on the big screen? How do I put it on the big screen? Let's have a look.
What time is it?
Ooh. There we go.
You get the idea anyway.
Oh, I need to do.
It's the reaction. It's the reaction of the
Hold
kid
on,
there.
Let me get myself.
Uh-oh.
Santa flashing.
Yeah, it's the kid's face on the right that cracks me up every time. It's like the mother's like, "Come away!" And he'd actually got a pair. He'd actually got a pair of pants with a piece of cardboard at the front saying "Merry Christmas," but he was walking down the street going,
Yeah, I suppose you haven't got to go to Super Sausage yet, have you, Rev?
No, not yet. I haven't. No.
No,
Is that stuff even open? Like, can you guys go eat anywhere? Or?
no,
May-
can't do anything.
Not
Mate.
yet.
May the 17th at the moment, so yeah. Got a couple of months. Yeah,
What
May the
about bringing
17th.
in bloody COVID passports to go to the pub as well, wouldn't they? And shit.
Oh yeah.
Making
Did
up
you
stuff left, right, and
That won't
Chelsea.
happen.
Boys,
I won't be able to.
I know.
Did you notice Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales, although they're giving you the pathway out of COVID and they're giving you dates, do you know that they actually passed legislation that allows
Extend
them
powers.
to bring us allows them to bring us back into another lockdown?
Yeah, they've extended it for 6 months,
Yep.
haven't
Yep.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Listen, see now that they're muting this European strain and the European wave, you know what's going to happen. We're going to get 3 months where they're going to let us do what we want, and then they're going to pull us back in. I can see it coming.
Guaranteed when flu season kicks off again in the end of the year. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's what the vaccine was for.
Exactly.
Well, this is it. This is where it's all
There's a lot-
contradicts itself, doesn't it?
There's a lot of
A virus
political
that's not
manoeuvring as well.
Oh, there's Captain Granite.
Captain Granite.
Hey.
Sweet buttered toast
Yeah, check him out.
with yam on.
Yeah, man.
Sweet
What
butter.
you guys got planned for the weekend? Anything interesting?
Ooh, I don't know.
Not interesting. Nothing interesting.
No.
No.
Yesterday, gonna try that out.
Depends on the weather. Might get out on the bike. It's nice tomorrow.
I'm thinking that if it's nice tomorrow, I'm going out. I've basically not bothered at all because of all the lockdowns and stuff. But last weekend when it was quite nice weather, where I live, there was literally hundreds of bikes going past my road end, and I was thinking,
Oh, there you go.
sat here like listening to it all, and I could be out in it. So if it's nice this weekend.
I've been the same. I was like, we've been told 26th of April before it's free travel throughout Scotland, which is what I'm sticking to personally. But it's getting me down listening. I'm round at my lockup and I'm fixing my bike, and I can hear bikes up and down the motorway and whatever. And I'm like, you know what?
Scouts, let's ride tomorrow, man.
I can't, mate. I've got a 12-year-old.
What?
I've got a 12-year-old here with me all weekend.
Drop him off over here for an hour.
Oh no.
Nah, mate. I can't. Maybe Sunday.
Okay. Supposed to be nice both days.
I just want to, say to Captain Granite, eat shit and die.
Yes, but to be fair, you look like a Manchester fan right now, Scouts.
Do I?
Yes.
With the wig.
Fuck that shit.
I would rather have a fucking extra arm than be a Man United fan.
Captain Granite should ask you about the league table.
That's hilarious.
I'll tell you what, the last time I went to a Manchester United game, the manager came up to see me and he said to me, are you staying for the entire game? And I went, yeah, why? He went, here's the keys, lock up.
Exactly. We're you're not a man, are you?
Nah, I'm a fuck, mate.
Good man. Good man.
I cannot talk football, mate, because
You've got an internet connection. You've got a little bit of money, mate. You can't be a Man United supporter.
All I know is Pico's Paul is just so lucky that
Check
Scouts
him
can't
out.
reach through the TV.
I'll go quick.
All Scousers wish they were from Manchester. Yes, mate. That's exactly the statement that comes out of Liverpool every day of the week.
Yeah, not.
We went down to Manchester on a Wednesday night for Ryan Giggs' testimonial. It was Celtic versus Manchester United, and the police couldn't believe how many Celtic fans travelled down a Wednesday night, let alone how many of them were absolutely steaming. It was great.
Pico's Paul. He's a bank man. He knows the banter. It's all just banter, man. We come across as we fucking hate each other and all that shit, but it's just banter, mate. It's footy. You wouldn't have nothing to talk about if it wasn't,
Just banter, but everybody in Canada, the United States, watches your games, and there's fucking riots in the stands. And we're like,
yeah, but
it's just banter. But we're
It's just
whipping shit
banter,
at
mate.
each
That's the norm, mate. After a game, that is.
The worst that happens at Old Trafford is they drop a prawn sandwich.
I've got loads of mates. I've got loads of mates for the last 24 years in the army who are Man United fans, and we get along like a house on fire. And it's all, exactly, Paul. You've said we love each other. Really, we don't. Let's be honest, we don't love each other, but we have a good laugh. We have a good laugh, mate, and we like to slag each other off. So it's all light-hearted, man. Most of the time, there has been a couple of occasions over the years where it's gone a bit too far, in my opinion, but it's all light-hearted fun most of the time.
For sure. That's what sports is all about, man.
But I will say we give as good as we get, and both sides give as good as they get. So
yeah.
But it's all about the game we love, man. We love footy, and that's that.
NFL all the way.
Not that shit.
NFL.
That's
you only had hockey
football.
up there.
That's not football, mate. That's rugby.
Rugby for
You
Yeah.
have soccer.
That's
you have
American rugby.
football.
Rugby with pads on.
Canadian Football League and the National Football League. Football.
Ooh.
In brackets, shite.
I know nothing about American football. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, so
Yeah, that's not my fault. You need to stop that.
I must admit, I went to a Seahawks game once with my mate who lives in Seattle, and I had a blast. It was amazing. It was the noise out of that stadium was unbelievable, man. It just constant the whole time, and it was, don't get me wrong, it was boring as fuck because after the 12th pint, I was like, how much more long is this? And he's like, hey man, we got another half an hour and 45 minutes. I was like, oh my god.
Jeez.
It's not as bad as baseball, though. Jesus Christ. I thought you were about baseball. So, I think in 2002, we did a mad road trip from where we are, from Medat Gym, and obviously, Brad, you know where it is. We did a road trip, finished on the exercise area, and then we did a road trip from here all the way over to Vancouver, and then got the ferry over from Vancouver to Seattle. And me and the lads went, as you do, like, let's go watch a baseball game. And Jesus Christ, 4.5 hours of we walked out of there absolutely steaming drunk. And the guy behind us, we were just having a laugh. It was all dead quiet in the stadium and stuff. And the guy behind us turned out to be an old NFL guy who had a baseball ring, a Super Bowl ring and everything. I can't remember his bloody name. Anyway, we were that drunk. He ended up inviting us back to his house in this massive, huge mansion with all these beds and all that, good stuff. And I can't remember the fucking thing. I can't remember what happened. I can't remember how I got home. All I remember was rocking up and going, wow, look at the size of your house. And then from there, it's just fucking blank. So he could have put Rehypnol in me and bummed me for all I know.
yeah.
For a weekend.
Bill of the hangover, you'll be peeing in his pool and all that.
That's exactly what it was like. I woke up the next morning, mate, in this hotel in Seattle. My mate had got a hooker. She was in bed next to him. And I was like, across the room looking, thinking, what the fucking hell's going on here?
That's why
Quick check to find your wallet. I was like, fuck, where's my wallet? And obviously the sickness began literally spewing up all day long.
Try this bottle, sniff that. What is it? It's chloroform. It makes your ass sore.
Yeah, exactly. I did have a sore ass the next day. I was like, what's going on here? Yeah, it was funny, man. But like I said, all I can remember was meeting this big, huge black guy. He was massive. He was such a lovely bloke. Invited us all. We got talking to him. He said before he joined the NFL, he was a Marine or whatever. Did the NFL thing, invited us back to his house. And all I remember was getting out this taxi to this massive mansion gates, walking in, and that is it. That's all I remember. Still to this day, 20 years down the line, I still can't remember what the fuck went on.
You do know there's going to be a shady video out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, me taking a skit in some NFL player's pool or something like that.
That's when the kids come rocking up. Are you my dad?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
We've gone right off topic here. Is this the whole, just talk about what you want stage?
It's just all whatever we want now. Yeah, we just go completely off the rails now.
Jim, that footage on Finally Friday along the sea there, is that close to your house?
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes away from, in Essex, from my house in Essex, so,
Gee,
that's South End, that is. South End.
That's awesome you live there, man. That's pretty.
How much,
Yeah,
Jim,
nice.
how much
It's
are
not
the
too bad,
apartments? They didn't look cheap.
Oof, yeah, they'll be super expensive. They will be.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
you've
thought
got million pound houses down that end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me 2 minutes, guys. The wife's just got home.
but they moved certain bits of it were a bit dodgy though, because they moved all the Iraqis and people in when
Right.
back in 2005 and stuff. So some of the areas are a bit dodgy. But it's the beach ain't too bad. But then again, there's no one out, so it makes it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
bet
said
it
all
gets
that without
good and
moving your
crowded there, eh?
Oh, the signal
Where's
again.
goes?
No, I said, Jim, you said all that without moving your lips there, but it was great.
That was magic.
Again.
I'm gonna
I gotta imagine that's
Wi-Fi.
in
It's
the,
playing up. I don't even understand why my Wi-Fi is playing up. It's just like,
Jim, I think it's all the way through the UK because we're getting problems up here as well.
Yeah, I think we have as well, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's usually-
Sky's been up and down, and Virgin hasn't been much better.
We're with BT, and it's been going off intermittently.
Yeah.
Did you just
who has
say,
it-
did you just
who
say
has it
Sky's
been?
been up and
BT
down,
as
but
well.
the Virgin's no much better?
Yeah.
yeah.
There ain't many virgins up here, pal.
That's true, mate. That's true. I think I've got a couple of little Scouse jock kids running around Paisley, man, I'm telling you.
that's what I forgot to ask. Somebody tell me how that you guys got to be calling people from Scotland jocks. Where does that come from?
Oh,
That's a good question, actually.
I've no idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it.
I don't know.
yeah.
There's another one called porridge wogs.
Have to Google that, I guess.
I would.
Why are they called?
Why are jocks called jocks? Here we go. Origin. The use of the term jock to refer to an athletic man is thought to have
That's not the right one.
Well, that's not that fucking bollock. Why do English people call it? Yeah, there we go. Nah, hang on. Google's rubbish, man.
I know, unless you're very specific, it doesn't give you what you look for. Anonymous is saying it's on RedTube.
Completed that as well. It's not on there. Well, here we go. Fucking hell. Jock is widely used as a nickname for John.
For
and
what?
represents every man. Literally, John and Jane Doe, a John's blah blah, a Scot, plain and simple. So it's an English slang word for Scottish
For
people.
John.
Right.
Yeah.
For John, hi.
Oh, right. But
It's a bit of a letdown, isn't it?
That's a bit shit, isn't it?
There's got to be something else
That's
to
a
it.
bit.
That was so disappointing.
Then it goes into something about gay culture reclaimed queer as a word.
Having said that,
Yeah.
Jeez. Hey, Whibley,
Yeah.
I got your stuff in the mail yesterday, man. It made it.
I've got a stack here that I'm going to be doing a video this weekend. I've not opened them all yet, so
Did
I'm
mine
hoping
get, did
something's
mine
in
get there?
yeah, it did. Yeah.
Oh, good, good.
I've got it. I've got why it is, the actual saying why. So it's here we go. Right, just bear with me because I'm a Scouser, I can't read.
He's still on about that.
The origins of jock go back hundreds of years, with some of the first recorded references coming from the 18th and 19th centuries. The Oxford English Dictionary defines it as a slang for a Scottish or Northern English sailor or soldier, as well as for many other Scotsmen. There you go.
Welcome to this week's history lesson, brought to you by Scouts.
Apparently, a jock is a term of affection.
There you go.
In the same way as paddy is a term for an Irishman. So that actually makes sense to me now, because when the Four Scots boys, the infantry regiment, they call their young lads jocks.
right?
Oh, right.
So that makes more sense now.
Aye.
Yeah.
Where is it in England that they call them monkey hangers?
Hartlepool.
Oh, that's up.
Hartlepool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that not
doesn't sound good.
the French? Was that not the French that called them that because they
No.
thought that they hung monkeys on the beach
No, they-
or something like that?
No, they did hang a monkey. It was to do
Right.
with was it the French Armada or the Spanish Armada when they went round? So they went through the Channel and then they went round England, and I think one of the ships got shipwrecked or whatever, and the monkey got washed up, and they thought he was a Frenchman, so they hung him.
Right. Aye.
Yeah.
Like, I always remember reading it. And it was like,
Yeah.
that's what a name, monkey hanger.
Yeah, yeah,
And
the monkey hangers.
Stuck.
Stuart, you have a kilt, don't you?
Oh.
Brad, I'll put a picture on Instagram of the seat I sit on while I'm wearing my kilt. I'll say no more than that.
That's fantastic. Look at more beer.
Sorry, my walnut bladder had to be emptied, as you would say, Brad.
More beer.
Yep.
So, what are we going to talk about then?
Yeah.
Nothing. Right, we're going to waffle about
No.
stuff.
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Who do you want to slate?
That's a good question.
I got to turn on my angry eyes then.
That's a good question.
Did you see Adam Sandoval's recent vlog? That was a good one about I'm supporting the police.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see that.
That's well, I mean, I think it's quite a noble thing that he does. My brother was a police officer for 34 years in up in Mintlaw in Aberdeen, and I'll tell you a story. It's like we all went up for my nephew's christening, and my big brother spent 12 hours getting chased by a guy with two knives for like 12-hour shift before my nephew's christening, because there wasn't an armed response unit anywhere close to him that could help him or support him. Jeez. So he had to deal with that, and then we all travelled up from Glasgow, and he had to come home, get a couple of hours sleep, and then deal with his son's christening, be happy and interact with the family after having to deal with 12 hours of
Freddy Krueger.
That drama, yeah.
So
it kind of tugged my heartstrings, and I did actually mention to Adam. I said that's a fantastic thing that you're doing, because everyone's very, very quick to slate the police because they think it's the first point of call for the government, and it's not. So no,
you're right, mate. The cops get a bad rep, mate. But let's be honest, they deal with shit on a daily basis. You know,
there's good and bad, just like everything.
Yeah, 100%, and that is what he said. He said it might get a bad reaction, and he does appreciate that. Not everyone has a good experience when they interact with the police, and that's fair enough. But
did you see the amount of thumbs down he had on that video as well because of that?
I didn't. Was it considerable?
Aye, and then somebody said, next time we make a video about the police, can you wear some Levi's?
Was that you?
No, get up, man, get up. He had loads of thumbs down, like not normal amount of thumbs down he would normally get. Was quite a lot, mate, considering, because there's a lot of the States is bad for hating the cops. They are, and Brad will obviously back me up on this, that they hate the coppers down there. Like. You've seen it, you've all seen the videos of it, and it's bad.
No, I totally get it, but I don't. It's a massive thing to start getting into.
Yeah, it is.
When you talk about UK police don't have to deal with 50% of what the American police have to deal with, not knowing whether somebody is armed when you approach them, and so on and so forth, opens a massive can of worms. They have to assume that everyone is, until they either know that they're not, or they've openly said, listen. And I did watch a vlog just recently where a motorbiker gets stopped, and the first thing that he said to the officer was, I am carrying. I will tell you right now, and it was a positive experience. It wasn't a negative experience that I had. It was like so. It is very, very difficult when they have to deal with that day to day.
Let's face it. Generally, your experience with a police officer is in direct proportion to your attitude when he comes to your door.
Yep, totally get that. Totally get that.
So.
I think that the day and age that we live in now, I think the UK police is way, way, way far behind the rest of the world. We should have our coppers armed. Shitbust.
100%.
Yeah.
All of our police, just like America, just like Canada, just like most of the world, most of the civilized world, the police are armed.
I always wonder how the lobbies did it. So if they're after somebody and it's like, stop, or I'll say stop again. Like, what are you going to do? But blow a whistle
Say
at me.
please.
Exactly. What we're going to do, fucking run after you with me baton. And then
Yeah.
what you're going to do when I hit you over the head with my baton is then
They
you're
even
going
get
to walk out of
investigated
jail
if
for
they
free.
use tasers, don't they?
Usually the last thing you hear before you
Yeah.
hit the ground, taser. So I've been told.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. There's just no other comment. Or I'll call you
Trouble is,
mushy.
because we're not a gun culture. Half the people, well, most of the people that are in the police, that they'd be terrified of having a gun. You know what I mean?
You're right, mate. But you
wouldn't
look
know
at you look at
how to
London, you
use
look at
it 'cause it's
Manchester, you look at
cities.
Liverpool, you look at all the big cities in the UK now. 90% of the lads that are rocking around, the criminals that are knocking about now, have got gats. Shit bust.
And let's
Yeah.
Jim, that's a fair statement, but all your soldiers, you get trained. It's just training. So, if you're of the mentality. Sorry, Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, but our whole culture now is people are not used to seeing. They're not used to seeing people around with guns. It's like when the cops do come out sometimes when we have like big events like Christmas markets and that, and you'll see them walking around with their bleeding pistols and submachine guns and God knows what. It's people end up. It's a bit of a they're not used to it. People are not used to seeing.
It's intimidating, isn't it?
With that,
And
plus
it should be
British people are
intimidating.
just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get intimidated by it. They're not like us in the military and that. Shoot guns all the time, and the police don't. And the police don't even do that. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
If you don't have,
Just give them grenades.
if you don't
Just
have
give
the
them grenades.
mentality,
Give them a grenade.
My sister-in-law was like my brother's wife. She passed out at the same time as my brother, and she was in the armed response unit. And don't be disillusioned that the UK police don't have a good armed response unit, because you guys know anyway. But it's like
Yeah, they do.
they sit in the background. They're ready and waiting at any time to respond.
But,
Yeah, the
you
armed
know what?
response
That
units.
takes
Yeah, they're
time.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, but you know what? So the bad guys have guns, even in the UK. So I can't imagine being a police officer confronting somebody because it's my job, and they pull out a 9mm, and you're standing there with a stick. Are you kidding
I know.
me? You know, if you're going to enforce the law, you should be able to enforce the law. And mainly, you know what? The gun isn't to shoot somebody; it's to protect yourself. It's a defensive weapon.
Yep.
Yeah, our biggest problem is knife crime, though, mate. It's the knives. They're just as dangerous as the guns. They won't think twice about stabbing you. Yeah.
You know what? Pull out your knife. Here's my 9. Let's see who wins.
Well, yeah, just shoot them then, yeah. But then we've obviously got rules of engagement of escalating and stuff. So you know what I mean. If you ended up shooting someone with a knife, you'd probably get sacked for it, or you get investigated. So
yeah, it's a pretty complicated subject, but it should evolve.
Yes.
I think.
I mean, we had a over here, because obviously when it all went a bit peaked on with terrorism, that we have a thing called Op Tempora, where we put the army in that and the military people on the streets, and we would be armed that, but you'd have an armed serviceman, but you'd have a copper with him who would also be armed. So we can't actually do anything. We'd be armed, but we're not allowed to shoot the civvy. That we have to call the police, in to come and get them. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So it's a deterrent. It's mental, mate.
It's
Look what the cat just dragged in.
Chopper Fett.
Chopper Fett.
Back.
Chopper Fett with the funky new intro.
Yeah.
Gleaming, isn't it?
Well done. Really well done. Love it.
Yeah. Getting big time.
As soon as I saw that, I looked at mine and went, ah, shit. This is so much better.
Yeah. I look at all my stuff and I say that.
Yeah.
I need to come up with a new intro, man. I'm just that fucking one that goes round and round and just on the screen is just old.
Do you guys make them yourself, or do you pay someone to get them done?
I made that one myself, mate. All I did was download the video. Actually, on the back of that is just a sun. So, but all I did was when it went bang, I just added my logo into it. And then, do you know who's got probably one of the best intros is Island Biker. Have a look at Island Biker's intro, man. It's just fucking bang on. Him and Motorev's intro is fucking amazing as well.
Yep.
What software do you use for that?
The laptop, mate.
That's hardware, mate.
I'd like to know if Chopper made his own or if he had that made. So Chopper, let us know, man.
Yeah,
There's,
Chopper, let
there's,
us know.
there's a program, Sony Vegas. I mean, it's like I used Sony Vegas 13. I don't know what it's up to now. And there was a load of YouTubers that brought out, and what it was they created the actual YouTube intro, and you just put your images on it, and it made it your intro with your music and whatever. So you just downloaded their sort of content.
Like a
It's
template.
quite yeah, absolutely.
Look at anonymous biker
Is that
giving
Sony
himself a
Vegas?
tug.
It was Sony Vegas, Jim. So I stopped
that's why
using
you
it
Sony
because
Vegas.
it's like Jim. See if you look up a guy called Ask Alex Halford. He's massive on YouTube for tips and tricks on Sony Vegas, and when you go to templates, he'll be able to tell you where to go.
Yeah, Paul, I've tried GIMP, didn't like it. I went to Photoshop.
I had a mate called Gimp.
Yeah, I've got
You've got a suit, haven't you?
What?
Gimp in the box.
You've got the suit, haven't you?
I have, and I've got the ball that goes in my mouth and the thing that goes fucking. Yeah. What normally happens is that.
Say hello.
It's like,
Guys, birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Ah,
You better do something nice.
you better be spoiling up.
Oh, too bloody right. She's been spoiled. Spent a fortune.
Brilliant, buddy.
I did offer her to buy her a bike, but she said no.
I was gonna say, what did you get yourself for her birthday?
It's funny. I offered to buy my missus an Africa Twin. She's like, nah. I was like, bastard.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. I'll make sure it's safe.
Yeah. Yep. That is true.
Chopper's not
Need another
talking.
beer.
Come on, Chopper. Speak up, man. Who made your intro? You? Somebody else?
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, Chopper. I know GIMP is free, but doesn't matter. Get proficient with, Paul. I agree. And am I proficient with any of it? Not even close. Filmora is what I use for videos. I mean, I know enough to be dangerous. You've seen my videos. I mean, can do a little bit of stuff. And Photoshop, I literally just started learning like 3-4 weeks ago. So, and it's pretty complex.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Chopper. Okay, well then, so it's all him. So good. Guess who's
Go
going to
in.
make my new intro?
Keep going, huh?
Chopper,
Yeah.
you owe me. You owe me. I want an intro.
Oh,
Listen to the floating
do
head.
one.
I love this floating head thing that's going on.
You like that? You're not
Oh,
afraid to
God.
outsource and proud. Well, yeah, you
Yeah.
should be, man. It's great. And you're going to make my new one.
Did
All
you
right.
guys watch Motonosity?
It is weird. Time to change that.
Oh, I've got it for a beer. I've completely forgot to get a beer. Looking at me.
There.
Oh,
Having too much fun with himself in the bathroom and forgot his beer.
yeah,
He put the wig on again for a couple minutes.
yeah.
It's straight scouts. Remember, left-handed backwards feels like somebody else.
That's that.
Yeah,
Put the wig on and he's kidding on it sometimes.
Yeah.
Zero, yeah. What is
We'll just
going
call you
on here?
wank from now on.
Yeah.
You know, if we're all going to do the American Canadian thing, then sod it.
I only wear that because I've got no hair.
No hair.
The official,
I'm in denial, mate.
the official Luke Bryan.
I'm in denial, bruv.
In denial.
Yeah. So what's going
So
on for the
Diesel,
weekend? Oh,
you
sorry.
got any big plans, these, Brad?
Well, we got a new hot tub yesterday, so I intend on
Oh.
soaking in that and having a couple of wobblies.
Oh, that's nice.
And yeah, that's it. Maybe Sunday if Scouse is up to a ride, maybe go put some miles on. Supposed to be nice weather here.
That's if
Yeah.
she's back from the new housemate, then yeah, definitely.
Yep. It'll be warmer until afternoon later anyway.
It's so fucked up Canada is. It's 14 degrees on Sunday and it's -3 on Monday.
Yep.
know.
Been
See you
going
later,
on.
Paul. Take it easy, bud. You dirty mank bastard, you.
Sure, he throws that in upside down. Way to go.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you get keyboard from Australia. There you go.
Yeah.
Jeez, I had to really read that.
I thought I'd do a double take. I thought that was from Eastern Europe or something. I was like,
Yeah.
How's he done? How's he made that upside down? That's mental.
yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Just
Getting
type it
trolled.
upside down.
Yeah, hold your keyboard upside down, Skulls. Try it.
I can't make because then I've got a laptop turned upside down.
Chopper, you need to get yourself an app with conversion factors.
Oh. Oh.
Brad, see if you're getting into that hot tub at the weekend, make sure you're not drinking any Chernobyl.
Chernobyl?
Chernobyl.
What did
Have
you
you
just say?
Have you ever seen
I know
Hot
what
Tub
he
Time
means.
Machine?
You should look it up on Lugal.
Lugal. That's right.
Jeez.
Paul, I'm not even gonna lift my head round the wrong way, man. That's just mental. I'm not doing it.
Wibbly, well done, man.
Fucking hell.
Love it.
Typical tank.
That's naughty, man. He just called all you lot pricks.
Have a look.
That's
I thought
right.
you was
Granite
coming over to show us your Levi's.
converted from eagle to moose. Eagle to beaver. See, it's eagle to beaver, Granite.
Fliptext.org.
We're all about the beaver here in Canada.
Should we
Is
talk
it
about
cold?
we talk about female
And it's like-
motovloggers?
Yeah, let's get into it. Anonymous biker wants, anonymous biker gets. That girl a go-go. Is she your
What?
favorite?
Who?
That, the girl a go-go? Is that your favorite? Meg's rides? He's got to go have another wank. Put your wig back on.
Sorry.
I never seem to be able to get beyond their 5-minute previews.
Is that because you need a tissue?
Stuart, where's my hand lotion?
I'm gonna put myself on mute while you talk about it because fucking.
Oh, yeah, sensitive subject. Never looked a moose in the moles. You know where a moose jaw is?
No, what's the moose jaw?
Smeg's motorcycle.
40 miles from Regina. You know, 9.5 feet in front of Moose's ass. Come on. So, actually, I saw a video the other day about a moose. I was actually going to be sad about it. There was a guy, he had his bow drawn full. He was going to shoot a moose.
Sad
And he come
about
out
it.
of the- yeah, and he just kept his drove, but that moose walked right up to the guy and stuff, and he let him go. I thought, there's a real man. Yeah, just the way he came and checked him out, and it wasn't the least bit afraid of the guy, which moose typically aren't that afraid
Moose
of
are-
us. We're so small.
Moose
But
are amazing. I love moose, man.
Yeah.
They're brilliant.
I was pretty proud of that guy to let him go, just because he was unique. You know,
Yeah.
came up, checked him out.
Fantastic. I love moose. I couldn't eat a whole one. But
Me too,
absolutely.
especially with a nice sauce and some no mushy peas.
I don't know. Mushy peas are amazing. What you're on about. I don't know if you remember that video I did in Waterton where I was flying a drone and I came across the moose that was in the swamp.
You the one you
Yeah.
just put in jail
Remember
for?
that? And then Waterton,
Is
like the
is
parks.
that the one?
Go on, Zed. Sorry.
Is that the one that you almost got arrested for?
Aye, that one. Yeah, the parks Canada. Like, hello. Like,
If you
delete.
didn't see it, you're shit out of luck because it's no longer on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. That's long gone. Dear fucking, what was it he said? If you could email me on this number, email me at this email address, or call me on this number to discuss. No.
No, was it? Did they get very illegal very quickly?
Yeah. Do you know what?
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing footage, mate. It was phenomenal footage.
No, I know.
But then, I didn't. He probably just wanted to go, do you know what? Next time, fucking don't do it again, sort of thing. Or can we use your footage or whatever? But I just didn't want to take the chance, mate, of getting captured by the Parks Canada people. I was like, fuck, delete.
I know.
Because I might fire it back on and just tag it for like, I don't know, fucking BAM for something.
Yeah, do it.
They might have gave you a thumbs up.
No, he gave me a thumbs down, the prick.
So that was actually someone that I was hoping to have on tonight because a lot of us motovloggers are kind of getting into drones too, right? And some of us just suck with them still. But I don't know if you guys, I think a lot of people watch that. Lee is his name. He's over in the UK there. Lee, he's got the little red hat guy, you know.
Oh, yeah, he's a scouter.
Yeah, lots of us watch him,
Oh,
and he was actually going to come on if he could make it tonight, and I guess he couldn't. But I wanted to get some insight from that guy because I just barely know how to fly the thing, and drones are so powerful. The cameras and the effects they can do are huge. So he was going to come and give us a little bit of insight on drones, but he'd been working a lot of hours. He wasn't sure if he could make it, and clearly he didn't. But yeah, so hey, if anybody has a line on batteries for the Mavic Air, they seem to be impossible to get, and I need a couple new batteries. Hit me up. Let me know where I can get them.
Yeah.
Because I think they discontinued the Air, didn't they?
Did they?
Mavic Air, don't know.
Yeah.
I think they brought out a
They got
second
rid of
one,
the
didn't they?
Spark, the little one.
Well, there's the two, but I think they've completely discontinued the one. So I sure hope they're not going to stop supporting batteries and stuff.
Can't see that, man. Jesus.
No,
You know, the aftermarket Chinese ones.
I don't know if I want that. But every site I've been to for drones, it just says sold out for the batteries, and I find that pretty weird. So
it could,
I thought
it
about
could
getting
be.
the Mavic Mini because I think over here, like, if it weighs less than 250 grams or something, you don't need a license.
no,
That's true. Yeah.
there was a lot.
Yeah. So the Mavic Mini, comes under the drone code. So it's
Comes
under
under- yeah, it comes under the code.
234, it's 233 in it or something. About 2
Something
grams
like that,
under
yeah.
it.
We used to run the Unique Q500. Let me drop it. I'll drop it in the
Unique, yeah.
yeah. I'll drop it in the chat for you. Hang on.
I had a Unique.
Yeah, that's my because obviously I used to work as a DJ, professional DJ for about 20 years, and we were based 10 miles from Heathrow Airport at Slough at Pinewood Studios.
Right.
Yeah.
So every time I flew, I had to do a flight log, and I had a very set flight plan. So if the bride and groom weren't out in the garden at that time, I couldn't fly. So I had a 15-minute flight window, maximum height of 400 feet, always at line of sight all the time, and then we had to file an air flight navigation order. Then we had to wait for the permission to come back to say you could fly, and once we'd finished flying, you had to file the flight again to say that you could stop flying, and then get your permission back, and then you'd have to print it all off at home and have it all signed off as well. And they check your flight logs every year, and if you were out on your flight logs, that's it, game over, lose your license.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah,
There's quite a lot of regulations, isn't there? Especially like flying over top of people and stuff like that.
There's a big here in Canada, but they're nowhere near that bad. But Rev, have you got any video of you scratching in the old days?
Yeah, if you go on to just type T Sound, TEESOUND.
Nice. I'm going to do that.
That's my YouTube channel when I used to run the disco. It's basically all weddings, but I do some really good. We used to do a lot of mixing. It's actually the computer I'm using now was my old DJ computer, so it's 27-inch.
Did you ever do hospital radio?
Yeah.
Hospital radio.
Hence why when you listen to my videos, when I go, "Hello, welcome along to Eclipse." So, yeah, I did a lot of radio. I did a series back in the 80s, if you boys remember the Hitman and Her.
Yeah.
And I was one of the DJs. I was one of the DJs on the Hitman and Her. I used to DJ down at a place called Camden Palace, which was owned by Steve Strange, who was the guy from Visage.
Wow.
So I've met a lot of people. You can't see this wall here. I'll tell you what I can do. I can flip the camera. I'm going to get the camera around. Try not to show off too many, but Pink, Tony Hadley from Spandau's second cousin, Freddie, Pinhead, Westlife. You got Westlife, Shane Ritchie with the missus, Robbie, and there's most of the cast of EastEnders there as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've got them everywhere, and then there's loads on the wall behind me as well.
Who's the guy in the Levi's?
It's not Stephen.
Believe it or not, that is. If you ever watched the X Factor in the UK, there was a guy on it called Matt Cardle, and he was basically painter and decorator. Mrs. is mad about him. And we went to Cleo Lane's place called The Stables, which is about 2 miles from here. And we sat through the Matt Cardle concert. 20 minutes in, I was bored shitless. I went to the bar. Come back, and he started doing the opening chords. And I'm like, no way. Sat on the edge of my chair, and he blistered out Comfortably Numb as his last song. And believe me, that guy can play guitar. So
he was the first guy to win it, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he did it. But I like the old stuff. I like me Floyd, me Genesis. I like a lot of me.
I love Pink Floyd.
Yeah, but that track that you used, Stevie, I actually googled it. I've got 5 of their albums on my phone, and I didn't even realise it was Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, it's brilliant, mate. I love a bit of Five Finger.
Yeah,
all the girls love Five Fingers.
So does my wife.
But yeah, good stuff.
We're not going to talk about female motovloggers. I'm not doing that.
They want us to talk about them, don't they?
I'm thinking about hospital radio here. This one goes out to Edith in Ward 15. It's like this one goes out to Edith in Ward 15 with arthritis. It's Let's Twist Again.
You know, it reminds me of the hospital, the still game where they go into the Aussie and do they become DJs in the hospital.
That's right.
That's a bit like the doctor, isn't it? That's going around the ward, and he comes up to a couple of patients. He said to the first guy, he said, "Oh, it's very, very bad news about the blood clots in your legs." He said, "I've got good news and bad news." And he went, "Oh, give us the bad news first." He said, "We're going to have to amputate and take your legs off below the knees, both feet." "What's the good news?" Is the guy in the next bed wants your slippers.
Jesus. That's terrible.
And a fist. Look, Anonymous has started. Anonymous, if you've got internet, Jim, you can only have 6 in, can't you? Fuck.
I know, yeah. I need to spend some spondoolies and get the next one up.
I can leave if you want the masked man.
Don't be silly, man. Yeah, geez, yeah. Get some tight ass, Jim. Get some money on the go.
Oh no, I need to sign up.
It's that jump. It's the jump up to 10.
Yeah, it's massive, eh?
I looked at it the other night and I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I'll wait till my 1,000.
Yeah, you can do a lot of.
How much does StreamYard cost? If you want to,
I think it's like, I think it's $24 a month. I think it is.
Not cheap.
Yeah,
It's not cheap, mate, but it gives you, you know, the ability to do all the background and all that shit that I normally do on mine.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty. It's worth. When you think about how many, if you use it often, it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, do a regular podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But you know, I don't know. I've got a house now, so I might have to plan it.
Well, we're coming up on 2 hours here.
I know, yeah. Should we?
I
Yeah, we
have to
want
pick
to
up
give
my
it 2 hours
bird.
and knock it on the head.
Ooh. Ooh. Am I? Are you gonna knock on the head?
Yeah, my
He's
Wi-Fi
stuck.
keeps
Hold on, here.
in and out. It's dipping in and out. It's quite a pain in the arse.
It's only 5 o'clock. You know what's gonna happen if you knock on the head, don't you?
Proper issues.
Who's going on?
You two are gonna...
I've got a full case of beer here.
Good
And
man.
I'm off.
Right?
And I'm
Well,
off
you know-
tomorrow. And I've already had a bottle of Buckfast.
Oh my god! You'll be setting fire to that fucking shit behind you soon.
Yeah. I'm going to fall off this chair in a minute. Again.
Again, I.
Jeez.
Oh.
So before we disappear, then, any last words from Brad, Bomb, and Scouse, Zed, or Wibbly Wobbly?
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, no
It was
problem.
awesome.
Thanks,
Really,
mate. Great
really
laughs, mate.
appreciate it, Jim. Thank you
Yeah,
very
good
much.
to have you all.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's good to see you all this Friday. Yeah, needed a bit of morale. But all right, fellas. Right, well, thanks for popping on. Yeah, and hopefully,
Just
who's going to run next
tweet-
Fridays? Who's going to run next Friday's one?
Not me. It's Easter. It's Good Friday next week, and obviously I've got to be good.
Oh
so-
yeah,
yeah.
I forgot. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's probably a no-no then, isn't it?
We get to eat our birds.
I
Yeah.
definitely won't be doing one because I'll be up in near Calgary, so I won't be doing one.
Eating
Yeah.
his bird.
Business bad, yeah.
If somebody wants one on next Friday, if they want to drop me a line, I'll certainly host it if you want. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I'm up to join you.
always-
so-
Yeah, I'll message you. Yeah, I'll message you in the week. Yeah.
Aye, absolutely.
If you're up
So
for it.
I'll host it. I'll host it. No problem. It'll be fine. We'll
Yeah.
get some conversation going.
I'll get some
Yeah.
questions. I'll get some questions and some subjects lined up for you for next week. Then.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right then. Yeah, we'll do that. All right then. Well, cheers for that, fellas, and I'll catch you
Cheers,
all
mate.
on the flip side. Yeah, I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Take care,
Cheers,
everyone.
easy.
Have a good weekend.
Okay. Be well,
Guys.
See you in a bit.
As I say, be well,
Thanks,
ride safe,
Jim.
and as always, it's a big goodbye from me.
Oh,
Give me half an hour and I'll set one up. I'll see you
DJ
shortly.
welcome.
yeah.
Cheers, Jim.
See you later.
See you,
See you
pal.
later, Scouts.
All
See you in
the
half an
best.
hour.